Hey everybody, welcome back to Limit Breaker Fitness. My name's Monty. Today we're starting a new series on the channel that I like to call Muscles in Motion. Every episode I'm going to go over a muscle or muscle group and discuss three main things. First, the basic anatomy of the muscle. Second, what functions that muscle does. And three, we're going to go over what kind of exercises you should be doing to help that muscle grow and develop. Now the age-old question is, how much do you bench, bro? So in that spirit, we're going to get started with chest for episode 1. Now the chest is going to be made up of two muscles. The first one being the pectoralis major and the second one being the pectoralis minor. Let's start with the pec major. The pec major is, as you probably know, the larger of the two. And this one has two heads, the first of which attaches to the clavicle, the second of which attaches to the sternum. Now this muscle is a big fan-like muscle that feeds across the chest and up into the shoulder joint to attach to the top of the humerus or the upper arm bone. This muscle is going to be involved for three things. The first one being any of our pressing motions. The second one, it's going to be involved in arm adduction, or bringing the arm across the body. The third function of this muscle is internal rotation of the shoulder joint. Now, let's move on to the pec minor. The pec minor is very similar to the pec major in its functions, but the anatomy is a little different. This muscle attaches to ribs 3 through 5. It attaches to the cartilage of those ribs, and it feeds up past the shoulder and actually attaches to the scapula. Now, like I said, the functions of the pec minor are going to be very similar to the pec major. It's also going to be involved in our pressing motions. It's going to be involved in doing arm adduction, and it's also going to be involved in internal rotation. However, if you pay attention to the clips, you'll see that everything for the pec minor is done at a higher elevation than with the pec major. The pec minor performs these functions at about a 30-degree angle difference to the pec major. Now, moving on to what exercises we need to do. You're probably thinking the barbell bench press, and you're right, sort of. The barbell bench press is the classic chest exercise, and what's great about it is you can put a lot of load on there and you can get hypertrophy that way. But there's two problems with the barbell bench press that the dumbbell variation is going to help us solve. The first one being you need a spotter when you're doing the regular barbell bench. With the dumbbell press, if it gets too heavy, you just drop the weight. No harm, no foul. Now the second problem that the barbell does is it's a closed chain exercise, meaning our hands are at a fixed point on the barbell throughout the whole exercise. For someone who may have some shoulder problems, that can cause even more shoulder problems. What's nice about the dumbbell variation is that you can go ahead and take your hands into a neutral grip at the top, clearing out some space in the shoulder joint and helping to save it if you have any problems there. Not to say you should do one rather than the other, but both of them are going to be great to incorporate. Now the second exercise you want to do for the pec major is the high pulley fly. You can see it over here. By going high pulley, we're able to target that pec major and move the arm in the way that it wants to be moved. And by going all the way to the middle and past the middle, we can get a full contraction on the chest. Now, for the pec minor, you're going to notice that they're very similar. Instead of the flat press, we're going to do the incline press. And everything I said for the barbell versus the dumbbells is going to be the same. The only difference now is we want to do these exercises at a 30-degree angle. By doing a 30-degree angle, we can primarily hit that pec minor. If you go any higher than that, then you might take over with the shoulders a little too much. So 30 degrees is that sweet spot. Now, for the flies, you want to do a low pulley fly. The natural motion of the pec minor is to take the arm across the midline and up. So by going with the low pulley, we can follow along with that natural motion. Same thing. Get to the midline and even past that, you can get a bigger contraction. Alright guys, that's it. Very simple. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, share, subscribe, That way we can get YouTube to share it with more people, the more engagement we get. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I got a lot of content coming up. And go down below, follow me on all my socials, and if you're interested in working one-on-one with me, go ahead and send me an email. That's also going to be linked down below. Till next time, guys. See you later.